Hello, happy Manifestation Monday. And as the first day of the quarter, it's pretty late here, but I want to make sure that I record this today, April 1st. Let's begin by taking a breath. Breaths are important. I love the live that we just did with Udita, and she was really, bringing people into the breath because this is so freaking important. First thing in the morning, right before bed, like actually taking that breath. And a lot of people are like, well, I'm going to rest at night anyway. I don't need to take a deep breath. Come into your body, come into your intuition, come into that place of groundedness, of connection. As you're inhaling in into the belly, into the chest, into the nose. Exhaling out, allowing yourself to be here. I strongly recommend rubbing your hands together because hands are the extensions of the heart. We got an awesome topic today because how do you manifest, right? How do you manifest? You manifest from your subconscious. You manifest through frequency. You manifest through speaking in the language of energy, the language of frequency. And most people are there, thinking that, no, I create my reality by doing and by, I don't know, hitting my head against the wall and nothing working, but me pushing through anyway. Um, and it's not. And it's so much easier when we just speak with frequency, when we come into this flow, when we allow things to flow to us. And we just did a powerful session and the Powerful Self membership on Saturday, which was the quarterly planning. This is something that we do to make sure that you're following, like you have per quarter, you have one target that is a non-negotiable. It's not that you can't focus on anything else, you can, but there's one thing that is an absolute non-negotiable. So if you're exhausted, there's no time for anything, that one thing gets done. And that's how we move consistently. And not only, like, the reason we do that in the membership is because not only is it from just, the mind, okay, what do I need to get done? But it's from the heart. It's you're living a soul-led life. What excites me? Like, we're tuned into that place of presence, of that place of high frequency. From that place, it just comes out. That's how you live a soul-led life. And so something amazing happened at the end of the session as I asked the person that was there, well, how was this? Because it was their first time attending a quarterly planning session. And I was like, how was it? Are you clear on your goal? And they go, yeah, I just, this is what I want to do. And as I heard them say that, I was like, oh, can I just like help you a little bit with the frequency? And they go, yeah, go ahead, because this is important, right? Because when we give advice, sometimes it's like we're trespassing. We're trespassing when we're giving unsolicited advice. We're trespassing when even, when you're thinking about someone who's not there and you're like, let's say we're playing conversation or whatever, like that's energetic trespassing. And just being mindful of that is really important. Because again, as I said that in several lives and videos, the price for your own freedom is to give freedom to others. Okay. So if you want that clarity of your energy and that, I want to say, lightness of your energy field, it's for you to allow that to others. And as you let go of their energy, you clear your own field. And so I asked, is it okay for me to give some input? And the person said yes. And I addressed this, and this is what I want to bring in here, especially as it is the first day of the new quarter. It is springtime. We just had the spring equinox, right? So it's this time to plant seeds. This is time to create. And the difference between, so what the person said, they went into, I want to get 3 works done by the end of the quarter. That's my target. And I was like, oh God, that's like, I don't want to say it's soul crushing, but like the frequency is in there. It just feels like, oh God, there are these things that I have to deliver by the end of the quarter. It's like there's these, and it's something that the person's really passionate about, that they're excited about. But I'm like, I ain't feeling no passion here. I feel like this is something that has to be done. And I spoke about that in my previous videos where I like try saying this. I have to do this. Let's say I have to get up in the morning. I have to brush my teeth. I have to have breakfast. I have to get dressed. I have to go to work. And I try to change that to I get to wake up. I get to brush my teeth. I get to eat food. I get to go to work. And if you want to level that up, I am blessed to wake up. I am blessed to brush my teeth. I am blessed to have food. I am blessed to go to work. The frequency changes. And, so many people are like, yeah, but you're saying the same thing. It's like, you're not if you're speaking energy. It's a completely different frequency. And so this person in the membership, they're like, okay, well, I have to do these 4 things. I'm like, how about we tweak this a little bit? And instead of I have to deliver these 3 things, it turns into, and it was 3 works. It was works of music. And I'm like, instead of the I have to, can it be by the end of this quarter? And in the process, like not even the end result, that's the problem. We go into, okay, the end result is the target. It's like the journey is the destination. So throughout this quarter, I get to have so much fun with expressing myself into these 3 pieces of music. Feeling the energy. I get to have fun expressing myself into these things versus I have to get these things done. I don't want to procrastinate, and these things have to be done by the end of the quarter. Right? It's heavy. Anything else? I remember for me, it was a huge shift when I changed that to well, actually, with the workouts, that was years ago, and I brought this up here. When it was like, oh, right, I have to do my workouts, and then it was like, my workout time is the sacred time where I get to connect with my body. Like I get to feel my muscles and like I want to say pain, but it's a good pain. It's like I get to feel the burn. I get to feel into my body during my workouts. It's freaking sacred. And from that time, it wasn't like, oh, I have to anymore. I was like, oh my God, yes, I can't wait to do it. Like, when can I find time throughout my day to do this? Because it's so important to me. This is the same thing when you're approaching those goals or targets. First of all, very important. And again, this is what we were doing in the membership. I'm like, how lit up are you about this? And we're getting into a whole state to do this process. But there's a big difference when it's like, right, okay, I have 3 months and this has to be done, and I really don't want to do it, but I have to do it so that I can feel better when it's done. If you follow breadcrumbs of obligation, guilt, expectation, my body just like shutting down as I'm saying those words. You're not gonna get to a cake of abundance, of happiness, of joy because you've been following the breadcrumbs of the opposite. So what kind of cake do you think you're gonna get? And so many of us are focused on this. We're like tuning into this frequency of, right, it's okay, okay, I have to push through this and I have to feel miserable and deprived and lack so that at some point I can reach abundance. It doesn't work like that. Every single step, that abundance has to be there. Every single step, that um, overflow, fun, ease, joy has to be there. And not in a forceful way, because whenever you're tuning into it in a forceful way, right, it's like, okay, I'm trying to relax right now. I'm trying to relax right now. And as you're trying to relax, you're actually noticing, right, when it's forced, in that moment, it's like, I'm trying to relax. You're actually looking, your body, your subconscious looking for all the ways in which this moment is not relaxing. So tuning into these frequencies when it's easy, that's how you get to train yourself. It's similar as, with meditation, when we're coming into this present moment, you don't do that. You don't try to get your shit together when you are in an argument with your partner and your feelings are hurt and you're just in roar like, okay, I gotta get present now. It's like you can't because there's too much things going on, like it's already snowballing. You practice it when it's easy. You practice it when no one's home and you're doing your dishes and you are feeling the dishes and the sponge with your fingertips. And you're feeling the sponge in your hand and you're feeling the texture of the water on your hands. You're doing it when it's easy. When you're sitting in the room and you just feel your body, the heaviness of your body on that which you are sitting on. Feeling present with that, feeling present with the space, feeling present with your breath. Feeling present with your sensations, like, oh, my fingertips are on my lap right now. I'm feeling the fabric. I'm feeling my clothes on me. I'm feeling my hair on my body. Do it when it's easy. And that's what trains that muscle. And it's the same with allowing ourselves to feel good. When we're in the midst of lack and nothing's working and everything's going to hell, just switching, it's like, okay, well, let's be happy right now. It's a muscle. But actually allowing that first thing in the morning, like, ooh, I choose to tune in to the energy of happiness. You're going to get accustomed to doing that. And so you're going to be able to do that faster and easier, even in those moments of chaos. But that has to be a conscious choice. Like working at that has to be a conscious choice. So bringing it back to the topic of manifestation, how do we, you know, source, God, life, source consciousness can only do for you what it can do through you. And so it's by tuning in to your essence, to God, life, source consciousness, coming into your heart. From that place, setting those targets. And from this place of fun, from this place of connection, from this place of not, okay, I got to deliver this by the end of the quarter, but like, I get to have fun creating this. I get to have fun expressing myself in this. I get to have fun, benefiting someone through this. Is that energy there, or is it a must or a should? And then I was talking to one of my dear friends who, we have an accountability thing going on, and it was the same conversation. He's like, right, like it's something again that this person is so passionate about, and he was there like, right, okay, like no matter what, I got to show up and do it. I'm like, I understand that there's this because a lot of people have that when they're too much in the flow, and they're like, right, I lack discipline, and then so I have to just schedule and do it, but that do it is just so heavy because it doesn't come from, "Ooh, I get to." It's like, "I have to. This is serious stuff. I have to." And then the flow is dead with that. And we wanna combine the 2. It's like, yes, there's a deadline. Yes, we're committing to this, but, ooh, we're excited to have fun with this process. We're excited to be in the flow. We're excited to feel the energy of ease, of connection, of expression. That is a combination of the masculine and feminine energies within you. So, on this note, if you want to write down something you're committing to these 3 months, this quarter, this beautiful season of planting seeds and creating and manifesting and loving and expressing, what is that for you? Like, what is your heart calling you to? Not your to-dos, not, all right, this will be good for me, but like that essence. And I strongly recommend, if you're there like, I have no clue because I'm not tapped into this right now, doing the 7 count breathing, right? Inhaling in to the count of 7, like whole body breath, not just, okay, that was in, yeah. Belly, chest, nose, a whole body breath, a whole body yes to source, a whole body allowing and accepting. Inhaling into the count of 7, hold to the count of 7, exhaling out to the count of 7, hold again to the count of 7. That's one round. You want to do 7 of those. Don't be lazy. And from that place, what wants to be created through me? Just even taking the ego away from that. Not what do I want to create? What wants to be created through me? What would feel amazing right now? What would feel amazing this quarter? And moving with that. And that's when you get to schedule it in. That's when the masculine energy gets to come in and like, okay, let's do this. Okay. But bring that energy of fun and flow and ease every step of the way. So, what can you commit to? Let me know down below, and I'll see you in the next one.